Hello Reapers, my name is Seth, and today we're going to be talking about the Valentine's Pinatas. I've got quite a bit of things to actually say about these guys because they're really bad. They're completely random in their drop rates and everything like that, and it's just, I don't know, dude. It's not necessarily the most appealing thing of all time. These guys are going to be around, I think, until, what was it, like March 17th or something like that, but they're going to be available in the More section of the store. You can buy 5 of them for 750 credits, which is really, really steep, even for free-to-play players. It's going to be 3 credit pouches, depending on what the price is going for, and then 50 pinatas for 6,500, which roughly, if you're a pay-to-win player, is going to end up being around $40. Yikes, I know, like seriously, 6,500, that's kind of a mix between $30 and $50 right here. So you're not even going to be able to just outright buy the specific amount of credits that you need for those bad boys. And generally speaking, it's going to be really difficult for free-to-play players to get this amount of credit pouches because you're going to need 26 of them. I know, right? Now on consoles, credit pouches are a lot cheaper, but at the same time, flux is, you know, not nearly as influx as it is on PC. So of course, everything's going to end up being cheaper at the cost of it's still very difficult to get. It kind of just adjusts itself accordingly. Now, the only reason I'm even talking about this is the fact that from what I can tell, it's actually more cost efficient to buy yourself credit pouches and sell all of those and then just buy all of the items outright rather than even getting the pinatas. And if you're not pay to win and you're just a free-to-play player, grind up your flux as much as you can and buy all of the items without relying on the pinatas themselves, okay? Because I ended up doing a live stream, I think like yesterday. That live stream is probably going to end up going live tomorrow, publicly for everybody to see, I mean. And I ended up dropping down 100 pinatas. I dropped down 50 of them, and I didn't get the wings. I barely even got all of the weapon styles, let alone this little ally right here. I had to buy it. And then I ended up dropping down another 50 pinatas, and I finally ended up getting the wings. Ultimately, it was more expensive for me, not only real life money, but even in-game flux money, to actually buy the pinatas and throw them, than it would have been for me to just buy all of the items outright. Because that's one of the things that's really cool about these pinatas, is that all of the items out of them is actually going to be tradable this time around. So you can get your hands on, let me actually go to the recently acquired here. I've got all these different styles. I'm going to show you what these are. I'm actually missing one of the melee styles. Sorry to say, we're not going to get to look at that in today's video. But, you know, I've got the ally right here, which is going to end up being, at least on the PC version, it's going to sell for 100K roughly, because technically speaking, these items are pay to win. Now, I know that lots of people kind of like to cringe at that and say like, oh no, it's not necessarily pay to win in Trove. And it's like, yeah, it is, because at any point, like anyone who's actually gotten the pinatas got them with credits. Now, it could be that a free-to-play player ended up getting the credits and then ended up getting the pinatas, but somebody around somewhere had to actually get those credits into the game in the first place by spending money. So technically speaking, somebody had to spend money in order to even get these items into the game. Now, the reason that I'm bringing that up is just because of the fact that that's why these items are probably going to stay at a set price. You know, because after this event is gone, there's no way to get these guys until next year, most likely, and this is going to be quite a bit of extra mastery that you can get out of it. I will show you what all of the items and stuff like that are accordingly in a minute here, Reapers. I just kind of want to show you what it is for trading on all of them and just kind of the value to which all of these items are. Of course, we're on the PC, so the prices are going to be different on console. And then there's going to be the Romancing Pinata, where you're actually going to see both the pinata throwable right here for about 100K, and then the mount itself for 150. So again, that's actually a very, very fair price, because out of 100 pinatas, which technically is 80 American dollars, I ended up getting 4 of the Romancing Pinata mounts. And again, it's random. Yeah, you could potentially end up getting tons and tons of wings right away. But, you know, I've always argued against taking that chance when it comes to Trove. But either way, that's going to be 50 mastery right there. And then, of course, the Wings of Love. This is going to end up being the big killer of it all. These are kind of averaging out on PC anyways at 1.6. They were going down to about 1 mil. And then I guess somebody ended up buying most of them up, just because these things are really starting to show that they're rare. And It's kind of mean, the drop chance of the pinatas, just because, like, really, you know, I personally think that if you're gonna drop down $40, that should guarantee giving you, like, all of the items out of it, because that's $40. That's more than you would spend on any Trove pack, especially for wings, a mount, an ally, and then a couple different styles, including a hat style, and then a bunch of different styles for all of the different classes as well, right? Like, it's kind of overpriced, honestly. I'm not gonna lie about that one. So anyway, this is going to end up being the ally. It's kind of cute. Kind of a little Cupid thing going on with it. What was the stats that it ended up actually having? If we scroll down right here, it's not going to end up being particularly useful for anybody in the entire game. 58 magic damage, and you gain 1% to health each time you damage an enemy. So, of course, you can just use the Prowling Shadow or the Samantha ally to get like 2.5 or 2.2% health steal or something like that. And then, of course, you're going to end up having a lot more magic damage on top of that. Then there's going to end up being the helmet right here, which, I mean, it's cool just because it finally, you know, it goes with pink costumes. You know, this costume itself is actually really, really pink, considering that the pinata head itself is like a brighter tone. But either way, it's kind of cute. You know, it's always good to have more pinata heads. And then we got the weapon style right here. This is going to be the gun styles, which, of course, is like a little Cupid crossbow. It's kind of cute. I like it, where it's just got like a little heart. So it's like, pew, pew, you would shoot them, and it looks like it would be a sticky heart or something like that. I don't know. And then this is going to end up being the mount. So it's pretty cool. I actually kind of like this one just because it's a pink pinata. Where could you go wrong? We both have the exact same head. That's always a good thing. And I like its tail detail, where it's got the tail wrapped up in a bow. So it's kind of cute in that regard. And the video effects are actually really nice, because rather than it dropping confetti as you walk around, it kind of drops it at a slower rate. Hearts that float around behind you, as well as the nice little pink trail that you end up actually having around your character. So really, really cool. I like it. I do think that the items you get out of all of this is really, really good. I just think that they could increase the drop chance, just because it's a little bit cheap having to spend the amount of money that I had to in order to figure this out, just so that I could end up putting out a video that not only shows all these items, but gives you all a fair warning not to waste your money on the random chance of these guys. Now, I know that said, there's going to be people out there that are just going to buy them and not even blink about it, right? And they're going to end up most likely getting like a whole bunch of different wings right away. But for me, you know, I wouldn't even consider myself unlucky. I would consider that average as far as the drop chance is concerned. If you really want to know more about it, though, you can check out my live stream video that's going to go public tomorrow, right? And then these are going to be the wings, which are actually really, really cool. I like them a lot. You can actually see that the golden part of them is like the mastery sigil kind of stretched out. And one of the things that's it's just a personal gripe of mine. I don't mean to be overly criticizing of these wings or anything, but if you look at, like, let me actually hop out of Restream here, or Reshade here, the program that I use to make the game look pretty. But you can see the pink on the wings looks really, really high quality. And then the actual, like, golden part of the wings looks like it's stretched out. Like it was rendered out, like, at a lower capacity than the rest of the wings. But that's just me. You know, it's not like it's that big of a problem or anything like that. These are actually really, really awesome looking wings, especially for, like, a Valentine's event. And I love the HD wings. Like, as they're getting added to the game, they're amazing, dude. They really are. So let's swap over to the other styles here. Again, I'm still missing the one style. Like, there's this one melee style that, for the life of me, I didn't even realize that I didn't have. The Bristling Beauty, which is going to be like some type of a weird, I don't know, like a heart on a stick or something like that. But you saw the gun style, and then this is going to be one of the staff styles right here. So it's kind of like a heart in a box candy thing, and kind of got some gold mixed in there. And it's not too bad. It's not great. It's not bad. At least it's a little bit 3D, and seems like they put some effort into it. Kind of looks like it's a heart candy on a stick, though. Like, you want to just go, and just eat it off of a toothpick, right? And then there's going to be the bow style right here, which this doesn't make really much sense to me. I mean, I guess, you know, it's roses, so it's kind of like, oh, give roses to your sweetheart, right? But it's like, I don't know, dude. It's not really my, like, favorite, I guess I would say. Like, I would have rather had, like, kind of a nod to a Cupid bow rather than actually being something like this. And is it just me? Or is this, no, this is not the tutu costume. Okay, I was going to say, like, is this the same as the tutu costume for the Shadow Hunter, but they got rid of the tutu, but no, they did not. This was in our Valentine's costume that I forget whether it's even still in the game. Maybe it's at the Chaotic Crafter, right? But anyways, then there's going to end up being, did I put out another melee style, or did I? I know there was like 2 melee styles, or at least it was, oh no, that's right. Stratos actually had it glitched out where he actually had a spear style. This spear style right here, he can actually apply it to melee weapons, oddly enough. Now, this spear style is actually not too bad. I like that it's a 3D heart, and it really reminds me of either a power-up in Terraria or just like a full heart container from Zelda. Maybe that's why like I'm really into it. There's just something about, like, even though it's kind of very plain and only has like 3 different colors to it, it's kind of cool in a lot of ways, you know? Like, I kind of just like it, generally speaking. I'm not exactly sure why, but I do. And then last but not least, we got this spear style right here, which is absolutely disgusting. Of course, this one kind of looks even more like a heart container. It's just, like, really, really low quality, maybe from, like, old Zelda. And I don't know, like, it just, based on the colors that it actually shows, it just looks like they, like, forced it onto a stick. You know, like, it doesn't really fit. I understand that it's supposed to be, like, a Cupid arrow, right? Because you look at the back of it, and that's going to end up being the bristles on the arrow. But I don't know. It's not my favorite as far as a spear style is concerned. Seems a little bit lazy compared to all the other stuff. But that doesn't mean that it's not bad. And free styles is never really a bad thing in general, right? So in either case, folks, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you found it helpful in deciding to stay away from the pinatas, folks. Like, seriously, I cannot believe the random chance of these guys is just so bad, especially considering that you can just buy all of these items for selling your credit pouches or even just grinding up your flux. Now, that said, the wings are extremely overpriced, and I don't really see the price decreasing because of the fact that these items are still technically pay to win, right? Somebody had to spend money somewhere in order to get the credits, in order to get these pinatas. But at least all the items are tradable, so I can't complain. Thanks for watching, though, folks. Do not forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Jeez Louise, how did I even mess that up? It's my outro, for crying out loud. But all of that is going to end up building up loyalty points in my merch store. Links are in the description for that. And for the fans that want to go the extra mile, you can donate to me for absolutely free with Gawkbox. Links are in the description explaining that as well. Reapers, sayonara, and stay epic.